Hey everyone, it's Saturday night, 6:45 p.m. Saskatchewan, Canada time. Oh my goodness, I'm so tired. But it's so hot upstairs. It's like 77 upstairs, and I even have my air conditioner on, and it's fighting to get down to 75. So it's just too hot for me. So I thought it would come down to the basement, which is always cool. So in my last video I said I couldn't wait to get going on making another junk journal, and I found this home baking cookbook a few days ago, and I gutted it, and I think this is what I'm going to use. So I've got the hard front and back. I'll probably get rid of this spine, and I'm going to make a spine out of this placemat. So this will be minimal work. I will be cutting it down. I'm not sure if I'm going to cut it this way, but we'll figure that out later. But it's nice and tough. I've had this for years. I may as well use it. Stop hoarding stuff. The inside pages will mostly be this packing paper. Lots of different ways you can make pages with this. You can double them up. You can make pockets. And I have a huge box full of this stuff. Next, I'm going to make the signatures out of old file folders, and I got a head start with them this morning when I was working with my jelly plate, and I was cleaning them off, and I thought, gee, that's nice and colorful. So I will do that. I may need another envelope or folder. I don't know if I have any of this color, but I can't be picky. If I have white or brown, doesn't matter. And I wanted to maybe start making some tags or pockets out of this art book, which I got for 50 cents. And I'd like to, like, this would make a nice pocket. This is about, what, 8 or 9 inches by 4 or 5. This would make a nice tag. I don't think I'm going to put this one in there. What's on the other side here? Just some words. What else is there? I love this one. I've seen that one before, definitely. And actually some of these, or one of them, I can choose to put on the front of the cover as its own. Like you could cut this out, adhere it to some cardstock, and then adhere that to like really thick board and decorate that up, and then that can just sit on top of this book here, and then you have your ribbon, right? There's lots of different ways to do that. What else do we have here? So the first thing we have to do is work with the spine. Oh, I love this one. I'm just looking at the pictures right now. It's fairly thick paper. I've got to have this one. Most definitely. Oh, this is gorgeous. Lovely tea party. I actually have this one in postcard format in another journal of mine. It's so beautiful. I think it's on the front cover of a journal. If I remember, I'll get that out for you guys in another video. And what else do we have? Oh, look. Yeah, I'm not putting that on there either. I mean, I love all art, but yeah, I don't want that in there. What's on the back? I don't think I want this either. This one's super cute. I don't know if you call it cute, but it's nice. It's art, right? 19th century. 19th century number 7? That's not 19th century art, is it? Doesn't matter. We can play with that later. So with this cover, I'm not limited to the width of this, which is about 1.5 inches, 1.75 inches. I'm going to cut this off, and I can go like 3 inches if I want to. It just, you know, depends. Maybe I'll go 2 inches. The last one was 3, the one I showed you this morning, the video that I uploaded. So I'm going to go ahead and chop that off right now. So my cutter could only go so far, about 4 inches in. So no panic. I'll just use a ruler and an X-Acto knife. What I got here? I used to have a big X-Acto knife, and I don't know what happened to it. I wonder if it went in the garage. Oh boy, I can't keep track. Okay, let's see if I can chop this. So this will be 9 1/4. I was hesitant when I was cutting. I thought, well, maybe I should go 9 1/2. Nope, went 9 1/4. So where is my? I can't find my metal ruler now. Maybe I should be more organized, hey? So I'm tired, and that's not a good thing when you're cutting stuff with an X-Acto knife. So I'm just gonna go slowly. This isn't gonna be a rushed video. It's not gonna be a long one because my phone doesn't have that much data or space in it, whatever. I have thousands of pictures on my phone, so I only have enough just to make a decent video of 1/2 hour to 45 minutes, and then I have to pull the pin on that and stop. Okay. Why is this so tough right here? There we go. Oh, I had the best supper. I'm so full. I made jalapeno poppers with the cream cheese, cheddar cheese, and bacon strips. And jalapenos were from my garden. They were so good. They were so good. But you know what? I ate way too many. I kind of porked out. Of course, I have nobody to share them with. There's nobody around to say, put that down. You've had enough. No, I just keep going. But I'm glad I didn't stop at the liquor board and buy any beer. I really wanted beer with it, but that's not good either. I mean, in Canada, liquor is so expensive. So if you want each like an individual beer to cost around $2, you have to buy like a 48 pack. Like, you're spending $50. Does that make sense? No, that's $100. I'm thinking a 16 pack or 24, whatever. Anyway, it's a lot of money. And then I'd be stuck with all this beer, and you know, it's still kind of summer, and I'm gonna want to drink, and it's the calories. No. So I had a lovely glass of milk with my jalapeno poppers. Okay. Look at the inside. That's so nice. So if you find any books, even though you don't like the content, if it's super thick, like this stuff is so hard as rock. Hard as rock. I could even take this off. Let's see if this comes off. This could also be added to a page inside the journal. I could just sew around it. I could make a tag out of this, or a tag, so you'll know where it comes from, what book it came from. Okay, so that's done. Next step is to play with the cover. And I'm just going to go with the orange one here. This has been sitting in my room, my craft room, for decades. Okay. So, how much do I want it to go over? Let's say that. And then let's say that's the spine. And then this is back. The back of it can be white. That's no big deal. So let's say I have it covered. There's some measuring to do. About, let's say 2 inches. And then you want a spine that is, let's say 2.5. And then you want another, what did I see this at 2 inches? And 2 inches here. Actually, let's just go in the middle of this white, because I could probably use the rest of this to make another one. I like that. So I'm going to draw, pencil very lightly, because, well, I can always cut on this side of it. So, and there's nothing there. Okay, now it's too dark. No, it's good. I'm good. So I'm going to go ahead and cut. Once I cut this, I have to close this off. But when it's wrapped around the 2 cardboards there, I can put some ribbon here, put some ribbon in the front, or lace or whatever, right? This will open though. Hang on, will this come apart? No, actually it's pretty good. Okay, let's go ahead and cut this on the right side. What I should have done is, oh, you know what? I'm going to stop. I'm going to sew this first, then I'm going to cut it. All right, I got it cut. Now, cut on this side of the line. I guess it doesn't really matter if I cut on top of the line, because like I said, I have lots of ribbon, doilies. I could even put in a piece of fabric that's like crunched up like this, right, on the back. And again, we want to stay within our junky style. Now see, I should have sewn that before cutting it, but you know what, I think it's fused, so it's going to be good. This is good for another 2 books. Using what I have. Okay, so this will be the front. This will be the front. Hang on a second. The front. So, hang on a second, like this. I have to put it upside down. Let's line it up with the grid here to kind of get an idea. What's the middle? This is the middle right here. Right there. I think I'll put this thing right here, so kind of on the 6. Okay, and so this is the front. I'm probably not going to look at this, but this is still the front of the book, and I want to keep it like that. So, okay, now I have to chop it again. Oh, yay. Anyway, like I said, I do not want this to be rushed. I guess I don't need that. I don't want this to be rushed. Now, I could keep this edge, but I think I'm going to go ahead and cut both. Or should I? Yeah, so that it looks the same. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So let's chop off. You can't see. Let's chop off this. And again, because it's fused, I'm good to just do that. So if I go like this, what's on the other end. Let's turn this around. So we're not gluing anything yet, but that's there. So we want to chop about, push that up, chop this off. And what's good about this really thick fabric is it's pliable, right? And it's forgivable, so I can pull it while I'm gluing it. So I'm going to sew this and this, and then I'll chop this part off. So that part is sewn. Let's see if I can make it a little bit closer. So I decided to do a double stitch here. And let's cut this off. That's where it was supposed to be, but not necessarily where the sewing line was. Okay, that's fine. We're learning. Usually by this stage, I have made a grave mistake. Let's see. Here and here. Ooh! Okay, that's going to fit really well. Really well. Good job. So before I sign off tonight, I'm going to have this thing glued. I can make little tabs out of this. Ooh, well that's cool. Yeah, there we go. Now, so this is the front, and it's going to go like that. So in order to find out, okay, so this is the front. Oops, front. I'm going to move this, rotate it so I have more grid line to work with. Oh, let's see. Yeah, that's right. And this will be the back. So, let's go here. And that. I don't think it really matters if the front, well, it kind of does. Let's try to be kind of even. So we're going to come in with the glue, let me see, 1 inch and 1 inch here, and 1 inch here. That comes out to be what? Over 3 inches. I don't want that. I don't want it that thick again. It gets to be too heavy. So let's overlap 1.5, 1.5, and then you'll get that. It'll be 2 inches. That's good. But it's maybe not big enough. Let's do 1 1/4. I like that. 1 1/4. And this will be 1 1/4 here. So your glue is going to be here and here. And 1 1/4 over here. And 1/4. Now, assuming that this is kind of square, I think the most important part is that these two ends, these two measure the same width. So let's measure that. So I've got 1, 2, 2 3/4 there. Let me write that down. And this one is 2 and kind of 3/4. Let's see. We're going to bring this one in just a little bit, like this. Okay. We're going to draw a line. This This is just the inside, so it doesn't matter. And then we'll be ready for the glue in a second. I'm just gonna do that. There, we're ready. So again, this is the front, and the front has this finished edge, and it'll go here, right like that. And then I'll apply the glue here, and this will go here. And that's when the video ends. So before we do that, I just want to scuff up a little bit of this. And because I can't find, what is this? I used to have sandpaper down here. I don't know where it is. I'm going to line this up here. I'm going to just go like this a bit. And it does help. I did it with, did I do it with the last one? I can't remember. It's kind of smooth, so there we go. As long as it's within that area. Same with this one. Sure you can see. That's not working. About right like that. I'm gonna go like that. And then I know where to scratch for sure. This is good too, actually. Oh, this is even better. This is an all. Gives it more tooth, right? And if I find that this scratching is seen on the other side, like tomorrow when I come down to see if it's dry, no big deal. I'm going to just put some trim on there. Again, it's a junk journal. Okay, so this one goes here. Oh. Okay, we are ready for the glue, and I like to use Eileen's tacky glue. This stuff is amazeballs. Let's get everything out of the way. The scissors, the cord to the hair dryer, the knife. I want this to lie flat overnight. I don't want anything falling. Are you getting dizzy yet? There. Okay, I just need to look at the camera. Yeah, you can see that, right? Good. Okay, right in there. Let's glue. Sit back down again. Oof. Okay. I guess I can go like this. It's easier on my hand, my wrist. So I guess some people would probably use Fabri-Tac, but I've actually rediscovered this Eileen's tacky glue. I bought it when I first started crafting, I guess. I think it was 1992. And when I first bought it, I did not like it at all, because I didn't know what it was really for, I guess. And then I did my crafts were mostly sewing, so I didn't really use the glue, right? I just, okay, I'm a crafter, I'm going to buy this glue. And then I started paper crafting a few years ago. And I grabbed the glue that I thought was going to be good for paper, for thin paper, and yeah, that didn't work out. But this Eileen's tacky glue is amazing for stuff like this. I mean, this is not coming apart at all. Okay. My wrist hurts. Yeah, as I get older, I'm finding myself, well, slowly, you know, grabbing the stuff that I've been hoarding for years. I don't want to use that because I don't want to wreck it. Well, that's what it's for. Use it. I'm training myself. Surely I'm not the only one that has that problem. Okay. I have to reach for a rag in the garbage here. I thought I was done with it, but it still has some life to it. There. Okay, and then we've got this one. This is the back. I'm going to try and turn it over and push down on the other side. So I'm going to take the mat out. Take this cardboard out. And I wish I knew where that big ruler was. Watch, when I turn the camera off, I'll find the ruler. Isn't that how it always works? It's, I think, 18 inches, 16 or 18 inches long. But you know what? I don't think I need the ruler because you can't see here in, you're out of frame, but over here, the edge of the desk, I'm just going to pull the book to the edge of the desk just to see, to make sure that it is even or parallel, I guess. Okay, that's it. Let me see if you can see that. I'm just going to move it a little bit. You might see my tummy or my feet. So here's the edge of the table, and I'm just bringing the edge of the book up to that edge to make sure that it's straight this way, right? It might be straight here, but when it's all dry, you'll see that this might be crooked, and when it closes, it's not going to look good. But according to the edge of the desk, this is perfect. So I see one, not really a problem, but see, this kind of goes in that way a little bit. I'm going to pull, I think, yeah, I can pull that a little bit. Now this dries clear. There's a little bit of glue coming out the edge, but I think that's okay. So when it comes to this part here, which is, this part is nicely top stitched from the original piece, and this one I used a zigzag. So to get rid of that, I mean, I could keep it, but you know, I've got a ton of trims here. Good old Temu, they do come in handy sometimes. So I've got things like these pom-poms, which I'd love to put in the front, but this would be super nice on the front, wouldn't it? And then I have this one. That would be super cute. That might just be the book. I've been waiting for the perfect book. That might be perfect. Again, this is the back, but I'm just showing an example of what it would look like if it was on the front. And then some rickrack. This is pretty small rickrack. I don't think that's gonna fit there. Maybe not a good match there, but oh, here we go. I have this in the last book on one of the pages. That would be kind of nice. Let's move this over. So let's say, well, it is. This is the front of the book. That's super cute. Okay, I might use that for the front. But anyway, I'm looking at the ribbons. My intention was to find something for the back, but we're still early in the game here. This could be done at the very end of the project. right? Or you could go a completely different color, pink on orange. I mean, if you want to just live it up and be different, random purple and green, blue. This is so, oh, the side of a Chevy truck, isn't it? Oh my gosh, like an 80s truck. And I've got 2 of them. This has some orange, but I don't know. Let's see. Let's go some pink. And this is blue. I've got 4 of these. I also have some slow stitching pieces. Oh, this is look at this. I was going to say I have this slow stitching that I worked so hard on, but I'm not going to use it because it's too beautiful. Well, look, it's a perfect match. So hello, I'll be using that. So I'll put this back. I know I'll be using that, but I don't need it on the table for days and weeks on end while I do this. So that's pretty much done. Let's see if I can maybe rip this off. I only want just the middle part. So here we go. So I could take another piece of fabric underneath or paper. Piece of paper, not this one, but a piece of paper like that. I could sew around it, put a little tab topper here, and it could be like a bookmark, and then you'll know where you got the book, because eventually this will be hidden, the home baking, and it would be nice to know where the book came from. Let's just turn it around. Don't want to wreck it. There. Oh, I like that. And tomorrow this is going to be hard as rock. Great. 32-minute video. I hope you enjoyed that. Not sure if I'll be back tomorrow. I probably will. Okay. Have a good rest of the weekend. Bye.